mechanic departure.
Hello, check 1, 2, mic check.
4 traffic taking a runway departure roll point 17 up clear lane.
Happy Tuesday to you all. A little bit of static coming in on the live ATC. Hello, A10 pilot. Nice thrustmaster. Nice double thrustmaster. I like that.
4592 will be following.
Camera, how you doing? Depot Shredder. Hello, Brainbot.
Charlie Juliet solid ground, taxi kilo to the ramp.
Wayne, how you doing? How do I get one of these Alliance logos? I want one of those. Is that Warcraft? Is that what something to do with that? Thrustmaster does rock. So does the Thirstmaster. That reminds me I need to log into Discord. Hope you guys are having a good Tuesday. I'm having a really good Tuesday. Just got back from Top Golf, which is a multi-level driving range with food and drink and HD TVs and microchip golf balls. It was a lot of fun. I got hat hair from my golf hat, so forgive me for the appearance today. Anyway, hope you guys are well. Hello, Subsonic. Welcome, Axe Reeks 8, Pratt PT6. Hello, Cat Strader. Watched some of your VOD today on the DC6. It also led me strangely over to the Reddit forum, just from a comment you had made about following the forum, and I was enjoying the typical X-Plane drama. Talking Gribs, Tim Rodeo. Tim Rodeo, you've been logged into the room for, like, I don't know, days. You're always in there. What? Are you really here? Are you really here? Casper's Revenge. How you doing? Just going to be taking a flight here from my home airport, Salt Lake City. Got a new livery. This is the Illinois livery from Southwest. It's a really nice paint job, actually. Quite impressed. I'm parked not at the terminal, just because I wanted to test some of the JAR ground handling. Haven't played much around with it, so that's why we're out here on the pad. Just a disclaimer for those of you who haven't seen my stream, or maybe some of you who forget. Not an expert at this plane by any means, but I do have a fun time flying it. So if we make some mistakes, chime in, let us know. We're not afraid to take constructive criticism. We're going to be doing a flight up to Boise. Not a real exciting town to fly into, but let's go check it out. So I'm connected to, well, I do have the ground power unit out front.
752 solid ground, runway 35 taxi via Kilo 8 Hotel Strength.
Let's let you review here a little bit.
Spot 5.
Yeah, whenever I change the field of view,
4607 solid ground, runway 34 right taxi.
things get messed up a little bit. That right there. Although the stream, let's see. Let's give you guys a little more view on the aspect. I do have the sounds up a little bit. Alright, so we'll pick on our battery. Go ahead and start the APU. Even though I do have ground power. Definitely can hear a little more sound than normal.
Delta 730 solid ground, Siggy.
We're Bravo 12, Delta 730.
I always have wondered why do they expose the wires?
Hotel 6, Delta 3.
I wonder if there's a particular reason that they expose the wires on this plane rather than, you know, put metal casing around them. I always wondered that. APU on. Let's go ahead and put our position light on. Let's go up and start our alignment on our navs.
Move to Bravo 1 now, taxi via hotel.
Delta 730, Bravo 1, confirm.
Affirmative.
Alright, taxi via hotel, Bravo 1.
Fuel pumps on.
Skywest 4557, continue via hotel to the right.
Yaw damper on. Galley power on. Passenger lights on. Passenger signs and emergency lights on, I mean.
Skywest 4773, solid ground.
We'll be flying at 32,
Skywest 4773.
flight level 320,
Runway
so
34 left,
change the
follow
pressurization
RTO
up to 320. We're landing at about 2,800 feet. In Boise.
Delta 56, solid ground, Siggy.
Let's turn our APU bleed on.
Delta 3. Delta 56, solid ground.
Right
taxi
pack
via
on.
Foxtrot, Foxtrot 1, spot 11.
Foxtrot, Fox 1, spot 11.
Leave that on auto. Set our barometric pressure. We're at it's actually at 29902 in Salt Lake, it looks like. Interesting.
Yeah, it's
I'm gonna bring
1620,
up for
understand
flight
you're just
here.
waiting for the gate now.
Yeah, Bravo 7's the gate, and they're getting ready to push this in shortly.
Roger.
Well, 29900 as of 46 minutes ago, so there you go. Let's go down to our FMC. Hello, Rob KBTL. How you doing, sir?
Doing good.
Hey, live. You are live. I need an update on your scenery design. That was an interesting sound.
Yeah. Let's see. I did very little here in the past week or so. Post a link in the chat there.
Nice. Is it the same? Are you uploading pictures to the same imager link that I had before?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, post that in chat. See some update.
Basically starting to work on the Duncan hangar where I used to work, so I've been spending a little bit more time on that. It's going to be like the big detailed object in the scenery.
Oh, okay.
Just because of the whole, past history.
Mm-hmm. Oh, looks good. I like it. It's kind of cool how I can scroll through the entire history of what's going on like that.
Yeah, I'd try and keep it like in chronological order. You can kind of tell from the very beginning how shoddy the design work was.
So 2157 joining Bravo.
Every time I get an alert because I followed your friend there. Is it M. Congrove or?
Oh, after 11 for Delta
Yep.
2157.
Every time I get an alert that he's going live, I'm I'm not in a position to watch him. I haven't had a chance to catch that stream yet.
Yeah, it gets some pretty late at night. It's been kind of cool though, being able to watch some streams with some design work going on as far as scenery, and then you got Coop working on his Hawker.
Oh, he's streaming that live. That's cool.
Yeah, he goes on every once in a while. It's pretty cool to see that. That's something I'll definitely never be able to get into.
Same here. I just don't have that sort of brain power. All right, let's see. Let's bring up 4 flight again. Are you? You want me to be on pilot edge? You want to jump in?
What are you doing here?
I'm doing Salt Lake City to Boise.
Salt 87, Salt Lake ground, push back your discretion, remain
Not
clear.
obviously on doing ATC, but I can jump on PE if you want.
What are you flying?
The IXEG.
Eh,
Okay, so we'll go to routes.
Ground Delta 1846, 34 rate for Charlie 5.
Let's do
Delta 1846, Salt Lake ground, taxi via hotel, spot
TWF3, TWF Bro Spud 2.
Hotel down spot 6,
That's
Delta
the one.
1846.
And we'll do departure, procedure. Yeah, TWF. No transition. Thanks for the host, Rob. We'll do, let's check the winds here.
So, 5 caught stub, nothing loud, and the skies are limit.
Okay, we got, I guess the winds are variable, pretty light, so we can do, well, we'll just do 1/6 left so we can have a nice long taxi. So procedures, departure, yeah, no transition, 1/6 right, and then we'll do the arrival, which will be the Spud 2, Brof transition. We'll land 28 right, and we'll do an approach on ILS 28 right, and we'll go via Toils. Sounds great. Add to route. Alright, so on the FMC, we'll do TWF3. MRN Lobby, how you doing? Or Mr. N Lobby, good to see you.
J35, Salt Lake ground, push
16,
back, your discretion.
let's see, 16 right. And then we're going to do an arrival into Boise. Will be Spud 2, Brof transition, ILS 28 right. Toils transition. That looks good. Go to the legs page.
4585, Salt Lake ground, taxi via Bravo, spot 20.
Bring the Brof up. Bring the Toils up. Let's activate that. See what happens. Still aligning.
37 Salt Lake Ground, runway 34 right, taxi via hotel.
Turn our anti-collision light on. I swear I started that alignment a long time ago. I still don't have alignment on my IRS. Usually up here, don't you have a timer? That's just brightness. And it has the position.
Delta 1123, we're going to join hotel for Delta 7.
Delta 1123 Salt Lake Ground, taxi via hotel, Foxtrot 1, spot 11.
Hotel Fox 1, spot 11, Delta 1123.
My vertical speed is also off. Oh, there it goes. Just had to be patient. I think we're ready for pushback, so let's push away the cause. So you don't have a aircraft to keep up with the 737, or is that what you're saying, Rob?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Time to get one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna be getting all Jack stuff here pretty soon.
Oh, nice. Okay, so we'll do a pushback nose right after I drive away. Ground handling. Yeah, still debating on that DC-6. I'm really debating whether or not I should try one of these planes from the way back when.
I'm just hesitant in general with that DC-6.
28 Salt Lake Ground, runway 35, taxi via Kilo.
True Flight has entered the room. Welcome. Okay. Nose right. We'll go ahead and do a pushback complete before we do engine start. Hello, Apollo Fusion 2. The 727, what was that? Was it actually made in the late 50s or was it early 60s? I'm trying to remember. Or was that mid 60s? I know that this particular 737-300, I think they made the last one in 1984, if I'm not mistaken.
37 Salt Lake Ground, take 8.
Headed to Bravo 03.
Camero, you've had a good time with it?
Delta 387 Salt Lake Ground, taxi via hotel
Yeah, True Flight's got it. It was 64, I think, was when the 100 series of the 727s went into service.
Okay. Have you heard of an update at all? Hello, Wycliffe. How you doing? I listened to your or watched your vlog this morning on your top 5 payware and top 5 add-ons. Really enjoyed your vlog. Thanks for producing such good content. I hope you have a great trip overseas. Pushback is complete. Normally you'd do an engine start during pushback, but I just wanted to watch that thing in all of its glory. So we'll go ahead and actually we'll get a little more. Flight deck door closed and locked. Fuel set. Got 1670 in the right take, 1620 in the left. Windows locked. MCP. That's all set up. Yep, that looks good. All right. Engine 2 to ground. XPD, Wycliffe, you do / I thought you still do / host space Johnfly, but I think you have to do it on your dashboard in your chat. You can't do it here unless you have the Better TTV plugin, which adds a host button. So if you go to your dashboard on your channel and then type in / host space Johnfly, that at least that's how it's worked for me, unless they changed it recently. Oops, snack. That was cool. The plane actually stopped at 23 and 2. Okay, yeah, with Better TTV, I have the host button below, but maybe it's changed. Oh, Depot Shredder, yeah. The other day I was talking for a good 2-3 minutes on stream with the mic muted. It wasn't my finest hour. Go ahead, start engine 1. Everyone here, click on the XPD. Give Wycliffe a follow. He streams X-Plane. I'm not doing this in the exact order, but probably should have had those.
Ground Cubs 5816 off that hotel. We're going to Bravo 8. Cubs 5816, solid ground taxi, Echo Spot 8. Echo Spot 8, Cub is 5816.
Okay, we got our gens on, we got our window heat on. Got our packs on auto. Let's turn on our recirc fan. AP bleed is off. Flight pressure. Let's go to flight on the pressurization panel. And let's go start to continuous on the engines. Let's come down here and go set our auto brake to rejected takeoff. Go ahead and put it in flaps. I want to put in flaps 5. Do they normally taxi with flaps 5? Because sometimes, I think if you taxi with flaps full down, that means that you've got a situation. But I'm not sure if they taxi with flaps 5 or not. Alright, let's do a quick control check.
Southwest 9004, keep Bravo 20 today. Southwest 9004, solid ground, taxi via Echo Spot 8. Echo Spot 8, Southwest 9004.
We're down here at the near the where they have the de-icing pad. We'll go ahead and taxi. So our taxi lights on. Release our parking brake. I just gotta say, I love this. I love this livery. I really do. I'll put on my noise canceling headset up into cruise, but right now we'll enjoy a little bit of the sounds of the IXEG, which like I say, I normally don't have the sounds up loud. Depends on the airline. I hear it's standard ops on British Airways to set flaps before taxi. Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Got 7421, solid ground, taxi via Foxtrot 2, spot 14. Foxtrot 14, 7421.
Get some really nice photo. You guys have seen, some of you have seen me stream from Salt Lake before, but that is a very, very accurate rendition of the mountains here near Salt Lake City International. Kind of a pet, well, I don't know what I'll call it, but it's kind of a thing that annoys me about the Salt Lake City area is that they're really tearing apart this mountain here with mining, and it's just an eyesore. If you're going to do that stuff, do it away from a major metropolitan area. It's really bad. I won't go into it too much there. There, XPD, thank you for the host. Wycliffe, appreciate that. So we're making our way down here. Salt Lake City International.
I should really unmute my microphone before I try and talk, huh?
Or you might think I'm ignoring you.
That's what I thought at first. I'm like, what the? No, I was just saying that on my flights with Southwest, I've noticed that the pilots always drop the flaps about halfway through the taxi, it seems like.
Okay.
Because I'm always getting gotta get the wing seat.
Oh, so you're watching the flaps go down. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've ever booked a flight where I didn't get the wing seat.
Yeah, sometimes I'll get the wing seat, but sometimes I don't because it does block some of the ground view sometimes, but I can now you're right, watching
that's
some of the mechanics.
That's what I do. I always get the road just after the wing, just right
past.
Oh, okay,
yep.
So I can kind of look to my right and see the ground below, and then look ahead and I can see the wing just fine.
You know, I normally have the cockpit volume really turned down, but it's kind of cool how they've had the sound of the concrete, the separation between the concrete. You know, you know. what's it, some of those movies where they kidnap the guy and they throw him in the trunk and he listens to how many chunks of concrete and how many railroad tracks they went past. You're going on an A380 to China. Wow, that's going to be a fun experience. I've heard good things about the passenger experience on that plane. I am going to Flight SimCon on the same day, so.
Who are you flying on?
Delta. Actually going out on Thursday.
So what, you fly out of Salt Lake?
Yep.
No, 1312, that's fine, good day.
And that's a direct flight to JFK?
I can't remember if I do have the direct. I know there are some direct flights, but I'm not sure if I have the direct one or not. I gotta look at the plan.
Yeah, you might want to know where you're landing at.
Yeah.
This doesn't look like New York. No, it's Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas.
Yeah, don't get off here. Don't stay off here. Get back on.
3-4 right on hotel.
American 450 Telegram via Hotel Tag 3.
Is every streamer going to Flight SimCon? I don't know. I know Cat Strader will be there. I know Aerosim Gaming. I know that he had a fundraiser going for it, and I think he hit his quota. Turbinator will be there. I think Gyro Head will be there. Josh J. Gibbs I'm going with. And who else? Of course, Frugal will be there. It'll be fun to listen to Austin Meyer talk about X-Plane. All the UK streamers are going to Cosford in October. I'd actually like to go to Cosford. That would be enjoyable. Unfortunately, the pound needs to drop in value a little bit. It's expensive. Yeah, Camero, you should join. Plan on next year. Save up.
Scout 3443, solid ground, give way to an American Airbus right to left behind you, push on hotels approved, expect runway.
Everyone will be there. Party in the USA. Did you just... Was that a Miley Cyrus song we just heard in our heads? You'll be doing another vlog from Cosford? Good. You should come out to Flight SimCon, Wycliffe. Maybe next year or the following year. I think it'd be fun to have a pint with you. Alright, so I'm so used to stopping right here at the edge of the runway on pilot edge, but we'll go ahead and taxi, line up and wait.
Solid ground, taxi via Foxtrot 2, spot 14.
Foxtrot 2, spot 14, sir.
Yeah, Party in the USA. It had. I liked it the first 12 times, but they played it every day for years. Okay, so we're lining up a wait. 16 left, or 16 right. Not exactly lined up, but pretty close. Turn our auto throttle on.
Delta 153, solid ground, taxi Bravo Echo, spot 11.
Bravo Echo, spot 11.
Turn our taxi light off. Runway lights can come on. Inboard lights, landing lights can come on. Strobe light on. Don't think I'm missing anything. Oh, APU gens. Yeah, they're off. Bring out our range a little bit here. So just to brief the departure here on 4 flight, we will be taking off This is the TWF3 departure from Salt Lake City. So we'll be coming out to P-Pig waypoint here. We about 500 feet above ground. We will make a turn to P-Pig, and then over to Wazer, Caesar, Boint, Seagull. I know the Seagull waypoint. Why they named that? Because the state bird is a seagull. Mofer, I don't know what that is. Scoville, I think there's a city called Scoville, but. And then up to the TWF, which is Twin Falls VOR. And then on our way up. So that will be the departure. We'll engage LNAV and VNAV, and hopefully they will work. It looks good on the map down here. Am I forgetting anything? I think we're good. Alright, so we're going to go N1 up to 40%, and then we have a toggle switch here on our yoke for Toga. Alright, Toga.
Round up 23, 75 off on Bravo.
But let's take our 4 flight down.
Taxi Bravo Echo spot 14.
Hi, Bravo Echo, spot 14 of the 2375. Currently ground at Frontier Flight 576. We're at Gate Alpha 2. We have information. Juliet, we'd like to push back.
Frontier Flight 576, all ground push is your discretion. Expect 34 right.
Our discretion 34 right, thank you. Frontier 576.
V1. And oops. Try to maintain positive rate. We'll go gear up. A little bit off. So let's VNAV, LNAV, and we'll engage here. Is there much screen tearing? These flybys. A little bit of movement coming in there. V1 and oops, always good to hear. That tower right there, that radio tower, does not exist in real life. I don't know why it's there. I met a blind guy who thought Miley was cute. Cranky, I don't know. I haven't heard if Cranky's going or not. I'm going to turn down the sounds here a bit. Simulating my noise canceling headset. So we're just coming out of Salt Lake City. Looks like we just passed the P-Pig waypoint. Orlos. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, I don't know if Cranky's going or not. It'd be fun to meet Cranky. He's done some good work for me and others. Yeah, I usually am flying the GA Pratt PT6. I just published the Airfoil Labs Cessna 172 flight that we did from Tehachapi down to John Wayne. Just put the YouTube video of the live stream up today. Running SkyMax Pro, the new version 3.2. I do have the real weather connector. And This is, yeah, this is real. Oh man. It's pretty cool stuff. This is Interstate 80. You can see the semis. There's the Ochre Mountains. Over here is a part of Kennecott Copper, where they have a big smelter. They do a lot of refining. And this is, of course, the Great Salt Lake. Over here is Tooele County. And then I-80 continues along this way, and you head out into the desert to the Bonneville Salt Flats, out this way, where they set a lot of land speed records. I think the land speed records are all from out in the Bonneville Salt Flats.
Frontier 576 seconds.
Frontier 5576, runway 3 for right, taxi via hotel.
And then out here at Great Salt Lake, I love the water reflections I got going on here. Over here is, that's Antelope Island, where you can actually see buffalo, but not antelope. And then over there, just on the top of one of those mountains, right, let's see here, I might get my bearings. I think it's right there is a radar tower at, see the valley here is at 4,400 or so feet, right? Right up there at the top of this mountain, if you can see my mouse cursor, is about 10,000 feet up. And they have two large radar domes for the FAA, for Salt Lake Center, I'm assuming. So yeah. We're making our turn at, you can see here on ForeFlight, making our turn here at Wazer, make our way up to Caesar. So it's following the LNAV wonderfully, and the VNAV. Everything's looking good. One thing I forgot to do is go flaps up. And sorry about that. But we're also crossing 10,000 feet. So we'll turn our landing lights off and our runway lights off. And wonder why I have low pressure on my fuel pumps. That's not a good sign, is it? Anyone have an answer to that question? We don't have any sort of master cautions going on. Yeah, that's seen that. Those are the Wasatch Mountains. The reflection off of the lake. That's just amazing. Yeah, Pratt PT6. I've been asked to do that a lot. But really, all I did was watch the video that I sent out.
But I think.
But the first place to go is to get that HD mesh, and then you can work on the G2 stuff. But yeah, that might be a good idea to do that. I would like to learn Ortho 4XP a lot more, because I've botched a bunch of tiles. The Dutch Simmer, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Scout, thank you. Yeah, I didn't stream last Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. There were some. Well, the DC6 came out, so that was a pretty popular stream. I wanted to watch others do that. And there's a few people I prefer to watch rather than stream myself. So I've been not scheduling my streaming time correctly. And then Sunday I was out of town. But switch the fuel pumps off and on. Okay. Oh, the light went out. Don't know what happened there, but thanks for the input there.
Turn right on hotel and takes the right.
I don't have the DC6 yet, although I watched Cat Strader do his stream. I just saw the takeoff, and he was about to do the Bravo transition over Limburg from Brown, and I think it's a good plane. I think I'm just not into those old planes, but I'm thinking about tackling it. A lot of the reason I want to tackle it is because I really want PMDG to be fully invested into X-Plane and give them some support. I don't know the numbers. I think if they had released the NGX for X-Plane, that would be a hot ticket item that a lot of people would buy. And I'm just hoping there's enough numbers for them to justify further development. I really do. But anyway, you finally got your W2XP stuff sorted, Sorcerer Dave. Still a little on the laggy side, but I have to say they've added a heck of a lot of new assets since the version I originally used. Okay, I haven't done any of the W2XP stuff at all whatsoever, so. So this is kind of cool. I think, yeah, right over here is Hill Air Force Base, where they have F-16s, F-22s, F-35s. Ogden, Utah is over here. So we're flying definitely on the west. So if we look here at ForeFlight, it's going to take us out, and we're headed towards Twin Falls. So that's, and then when we come into Twin Falls, we're going to shoot the ILS 28 right via the Spud 2 arrival, because Idaho is known for its potatoes. Idaho potato.
Discuss 1593, solid ground, push on hotels approved, expect runway 34 right, in Juliet's current.
I'm going to turn on Salt Lake Center for live ATC. I think Salt Lake Center goes pretty far up, but I should look up the boundary. For how far Salt Lake Center goes. The DC-6 just like a big Cessna with 422 knobs. Yeah, there was a... Oh, no. Ooh, I thought I crashed there. Few presets. The visual.
Southwest 1962, enter deviating clear direct 8 and advise. Exit out. Number 532, Roger.
W2XP is kind of hard on the FPS.
Southwest 1057, deviate right.
And TrueFly, you need to figure out how to tone down the amount of wind turbines out of Palm Springs. Yeah. I guess you could use... Could you use WED to edit those out? Or not? I don't know. Or is WED just for airports? I don't know. Hill Air Force Base is home to the 75th Air Base Wing. Yeah. Yeah, I've got a friend that works on base, and not only is it a really cool deal that we have some really awesome aircraft flying out of there on a regular basis, there's a really nice golf course there.
JetBlue 532, disregard the speed restriction. Contact Salt Lake approach 124.3. 124.3, you're saying normal speed then for JetBlue 532. Number 620 Juliet Hotel, Salt Lake City.
Affirmative, deviation right of course is approved as far as you need, and just advise direct Madison Bow enable.
Yeah, we're probably going to be hitting some not so exciting area, but what's cool about this scenery is it's actually what's on the ground. I mean, this is all real photo scenery from what's really out here, which is, there's absolutely nothing, except it looks like a little bit of farming out that way. And the Great Salt Lake itself is huge, as you can see, but over time, it's gotten lower and lower, and you don't do any sort of power boat on it, or there are some sailboats that go out on it. There's a lot of brine shrimp. It's a very, very, very salty lake, high, and
Frontier 576,
there's a bay over here, over this way up near Ogden, called Willard Bay, where they've separated it from the main body of water and they've made that fresh water. So there's a lot of boating and et cetera there, but there's no fish whatsoever, but there are brine shrimp. Hello, Bonanza dude. Bow down to the scenery master. Kapow. Josh J. Gibbs is the scenery. He's the sensei that taught me. And also Petrie Ron, Giant Unicorn, some of those guys doing scenery for ages. The story goes that they were doing scenery like this years ago, and I don't know, it just didn't catch on or something. It seems like it's had a boom here in the last couple of years. I only started on X-Plane in October. So I'm brand new to this sim. Well, not brand new, but I've only been on it for I guess this is my 7th month, 8th. Let's see, yeah, November, end of October, middle of October, end of October. So November, December, yeah. And so this is coming up on 9 months, I guess. Meeper 95. We're flying to Boise, Idaho. The land of potatoes. And I forgot to do something else. Gear off. Oops. The running joke is when someone's streaming and you see the gear handle in the up position, you're supposed to say, "Ooh, look at the nice textures on that gear handle." That's what I learned from watching others.
Chapter 24639er, Roger. Try to maintain 16,000.
Throw Crazy Devin into that mix too of good-looking scenery.
Oh, Crazy's got the Autogen and the OSM all baked on top of the Ortho 4XP, and so we all kind of agree actually that he's got the best scenery on Twitch. He just does. For USA,
I don't mean to alarm anyone.
Giant Unicorn's got great scenery. Josh has great scenery for Europe. Meeper 95, thank you for the follow. But yeah, Crazy Diamond's got good scenery. Unfortunately, when I go to catch his stream sometimes, he's playing racquetball. Oh, stop. Speaking of the devil. See what happens when we talk about the devil, Rob? Oh, Pratt PT6. So tell me, do you watch the G2 video from Mr. Coball Man, right? What in there is not right? Because I'm doing that. So what in there is not right, I guess? What kind of error are you getting? Just curious. And Dave makes a good point. A lot of this scenery is, I'm approaching 7 terabytes. Wycliffe, you spent some time creating airports. I always wanted to get into SketchUp, but I just could not get the hang of texturing. I still make the odd one now and again, but some guys like Mr. X are just incredible. Yes. Also GPB 500, who does some SoCal smaller airports and some medium-sized airports like John Wayne. It's amazing stuff. But Mr. X, I'm going to get his, I'm almost going to be ready for installing Boston. I'm looking forward to flying into that. I'll give you guys a little sneak preview of what's coming up in the next couple of weeks. I'm just now tiling scenery north of Dallas. I'm just about to hit the Oklahoma border. As soon as I have the flight route from, say, Albuquerque over to Dallas, I'm going to be getting the KDFW airport scenery from the org. I'll be buying that and then fly into Dallas for the first time, now that I've got the scenery that surrounds it and on the way there. So that's what's coming up, but I'm not done yet. You're rebuilding all of California, Bonanza? You know what I'm going to do? We're coming up to Twin Falls. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and, so I don't ever forget. Do they have a pause at top of descent in this plane? All right. Okay, so what else we got going on here? All right, Wycliffe, have a good night. Have a good trip, and appreciate your contact. Take care. I hope you don't mind me going live on your XPD Facebook page. Just trying to get the X plane out there, right? I couldn't find my scenery files, and I ended up screwing up my other scenery file location. Okay, so do you have the HD Mesh V3? So that's the first part. Do you have the HD Mesh V3 DSF? Like, I think the entire country of the U.S. is, I think, 98 gig for the HD Mesh V3. Jake, yeah, we're going to Boise. And subsonic, I don't know. I may do another flight. I may do something on Pilot Edge or FS Economy, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I have to kind of play it by ear. We'll see how it goes. Zoom level 19 and zoom level 18. Yeah, I can't. I don't have the disk space for that. One day we'll get there, right? That's the nice thing about Ortho 4XP, and I guess you can do the same thing with G2 XPL, but you can have. You can define some smaller areas to be zoom level 18 or 19, and then general areas have 17, and then kind of your outskirts be at 16. Because to be honest with you, oops, I lost my browser here. To be honest with you, I'm not sure if, like this right here we're looking at is zoom level 17. But I'm not sure if this was 16, if it would look any better or worse. I just don't know. Okay. Oh, thanks, Wycliffe. Appreciate that. Have a good night. Thanks for jumping in there. Would adding 16 gig of RAM to my already 16 gig help with performance? Yeah, I think so. With I have 32 gig. I haven't tried it with 16 for a while. Yeah, TrueFlight. You can do that with G2 XPL. They added that feature. I haven't tried it.
Southwest 1057, descend and maintain 16,000. Contact Salt Lake approach 124.3.
Cat Strader, I got a question for you, sir. Are you doing the dinner on Saturday night? And if you are you gonna? Where are you going for your pint afterwards? I gotta at least shake your hand, sir. It's coming up quick. Not sure, probably. Yeah, I'm excited to meet a bunch of folks up that way. Oh, okay. Well, perfect. There you go. Are you bringing any of your Syrah or any of, any bottle of... Maybe you drank up the Syrah. All right, so we're definitely changing terrain here. We got some hills down below there, and then we're going into farmland here, just south of Twin Falls. There's probably some screen tearing here as I scroll around. All right, well, I'd like to have a sip of Pinot, and I can say I've had the Schuff good stuff.
FedEx 3857, contact Salt Lake Center 124.35 today. 2435, FedEx 3857, good day.
Disregard by the uniform, runway 35, taxi via Kilo.
Salt Lake Center, Air 44 Lima Golf with you, 17-2 for 230.
Air 44 Lima Golf, Salt Lake Center, climb and maintain flight level 430.
Climb maintain flight level 430, 44 Lima Golf.
See you, Cat. Have a good dinner.
United 1792, contact Salt Lake Center 11 Manor Point, Center 5.
Yeah, Pratt, send me an email, and I could probably give you a few pointers. But really, YouTube's got so much there. You may want to invest in the ortho, because that's where the future is. And so the video from Elios, I think FSX Guru also did a video. Oh, that's cool down there. So many. There's Twin Falls Airport. Some nice clouds in the distance.
Air 4589, Salt Lake Center.
2429, say your indicated airspeed. 2429, maintain 260 knots for space.
You see, I don't do the curve TOL or toll or whatever. I don't do any of that. I do at the DOS command level. I just type in the tile that I want, and it does a 1 by 1. And I don't have to. The only thing that I'm changing in the INI file is the name of the directory that the tile is going to. So each one of my tiles has its own folder. It's a 1 by 1 tile, and I don't do anything else in the INI file except change the directory name. That's it. And then I go into the DOS level, and I run the command at the DOS level. And it does a 1 by 1. TrueFlight, you do need the HD. It's really better if you use the HD Mesh V3 to start with. That gives you the best base for your for that. I don't know if there's a frame increase by running this versus stock. My guess is that you would actually have better frames with stock just because of the. I could be wrong. I'm assuming that you get better frames without, but I'm not totally sure, so I shouldn't be guessing.
Flight 1792 request. 1792, go ahead. 1792, weather avoidance request 20 degrees left for the next 40 miles. Direct filter right. 1792 deviation left.
Why is there no command on why you are so boss? That's a good. I should come up with a command for that. All right. So right there, we are hitting. We may be loading the next tile. I'm wondering. In fact, I'm gonna do it. Yeah. I'm gonna look here on the map. No, I don't think that's a new tile.
26.72 and let them know you are direct speaker. It looks like they may have a different routing for you.
Oh, no, that's not a new tile. I was thinking I was in a new 1x1 because the sim kind of slowed down there. I think it may have been loading the next tile up ahead maybe, and that's why it slowed down. So right here I'm getting, you know, we're pretty high up, so I should be getting pretty high frames, but I'm getting peaking at 50, 60 frames. I'm peaking at 60 frames and it's dipping as low as high 40s. So that's pretty good. Oh, we're starting our descent. Yep, we're starting our descent. So now the red lights have gone on for the gear. And that basically says we're in our descent. We need to remember to put our gear down at the right moment.
Course approved, advised, direct to Mike and enable.
Alright, deviation right approved, all advised enable, so direct Mike.
There you go, DS Joel. I live meat pie. I wonder if Canada would be good for doing photo, because I really would like to do the Banff area, Lake Louise, Moraine Lake, the Canadian Rockies. I think that would be pretty cool, but I don't know how good they have it. All right, so we'll kind of prep our arrival here. So here. So on the ILS, we've got an ILS frequency of 110.15. So I'll put that into nav 1 and also put it into nav 2.
Southwest 1780, Salt Lake Center, roger.
Any problems with people getting over the weather? You're up ahead between us and Denver.
Southwest 1780 on your
All right, so I changed it on my SciTech panel. So now on the pedestal, I should have, yep, 110.15 on nav 2 and 110.15 on nav 1. Decision height will leave the same. That looks good.
30 Salt Lake Center, roger. KSLC 5983, contact Salt Lake Center 135.77. As of 323, Salt Lake ground, push back on the hotel approved.
Southwest 2429, you said you need radar course? Southwest 2429 deviation radar course is approved.
You exceeded your 999 gigabyte limit. So Comcast? Comcast limits your monthly traffic? So, I mean, what is Netflix? You can't watch Netflix all day long every day? Have I ever looked into a virtual airline? No, I really haven't, but I'm actually open to a virtual airline for the Pilot Edge area. But I think it would be a lot of work maintaining the website, etc. All right, so continuing on here, we're going to hit Toyle's transition here. We want to be at 7,000. Okay, let's lower.
51, thank you. 1249er for approach.
Salt Lake Center on 133.9 with your request.
We're coming up to transition altitude, so I'm going to go ahead and set my barometric pressure to 2982. And we'll do it on the FO side as well. 2982.
Southwest 1091, you're requesting flight level 3900, correct? Southwest 1091, calling to maintain flight level 3900.
Sir Blitz, we're landing in Boise, Idaho. Some people call it Boise, some people call it Boise. The Memphis market used to be 300 gigs a month. As of June 1st, they bumped it to 1 terabyte a month. I don't think I've ever hit any restriction with my ISP. 100 meg down, 25 up, that's good. That's a good speed. That shouldn't change until you descend below flight level 180. Yeah, but does it really hurt to do it at flight level 200? Yeah, no, transition level's at 18. Would you put your, some airlines would put on all landing lights at 18, or would they do it at 10,000 feet? I'm putting all mine on now. I'm going to set my auto brake now before I forget.
Southwest 1091, when you're through deviating, clear direct Sydney and advise.
They usually turn their landing lights on at 10,000.
At 10,000? Okay. Mine are on way early then. I'm breaking all the rules. How you doing, Jake?
Doing good.
Good.
3225, United 772. Clock at about 60 miles. Let me know if you need to deviate.
What are you flying today or lately?
I've been flying the IXEG lately. It's giving me some troubles, but I'm just trying to work it out.
It's a good plane. You're welcome to come down and fly it down here on the big screen if you want sometime.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
And we could even stream you if you wanted. Let's see here. Unless landing in higher elevations. Yeah, that makes sense. Bonanza dude, yeah. Discord channel. Let me bring up an invite for anyone in here. Let's see.
Scout 5983, need to deviate left. Scout 5983, deviation left, course is approved. When you're deviating, clear direct blue Mason advise. 6706, contact Salt Lake approach 124.9, good day. 24.9, see you tomorrow. Bye. 4456, solid ground, taxi, Bravo, spot 20.
November 40, Golf, contact Salt Lake Center 121.15.
Okay. Bonanza dude, I sent you an invite to the Discord server. Alright, so now we are just entering the Spud 2 arrival for Boise. Can a 767 keep up at some speeds to a 777? That's a good question. I don't know. I think it would be pretty close. I could be wrong though. And Bonanza dude, if you go... Oh yeah, you're on mute. Okay, so you found it. You're in. I'm on voice activated. Yours might be, but you've probably done it before. Let's get an outside view because these clouds are cool. Let's see. Let's make sure. I'm glad I did that. So I need to introduce some drag here. All right. So let's bring our little bit of detent coming in. get an outside view here. Some nice layers of SkyMax clouds. Yeah, some nice clouds.
Southwest 2429, cross Spain at maintain 16,000, Salt Lake altimeter 2988.
Shh, nobody talk about gyro head.
A couple cells in front of you, mark heavy precipitation about your 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock position. Starting here around there 20 miles. Film kind of broken, hold between them, but let me know if you need to go left or right.
Alright, great. Going direct. You understand we're cleared to DD left and right. Sky with 40 impressions.
How you doing, gyro head? All right, well, a little bit of clouds over that way, but not a lot. A few over there.
What arrival are you on for Boise?
Spud 2. Hello, Virus City. Good to see you, friend. Yeah, Spud 2 arrival, which I've never done before.
Well, it takes you on kind of like a downwind leg, and then you just turn on unless you're landing on 2-8s. If you're landing on the 1-0s, it'll take you on a dog leg and spin you around.
Okay, yeah, it looks like on, if I bring up ForeFlight here on the stream, you'll see here I'm just entering the, about to hit the initial approach fix for the ILS 28 right.
Colorado, Nebraska. Airline Highline Flight Service.
Called Toils.
American 1092, contact Salt Lake Center on 124.35. 2435, 1092.
It's, I'll be very interested to see if this, the LNAV and VNAV work perfectly all the way down. It's looking good so far. All right, so we're making our slight turn to the right. And we're going to come up here to the coils. I'm going to put in the course, approach course here of 280. So I'm not streaming my SciTech panels today because I've got another device plugged into that port. Change our course to 280. And we'll do the course on the other side here of 280.
Now resume normal speed.
And I think, just for kicks and giggles, I might be not so aware of chat here on the landing, but let's see, new one Swars, yes, coming in for a landing into Boise, and a couple more days before you leave for Connecticut. Yep, Gyro, I'll see you in a few days. How did you get Flight Aware to work with FSX? Flight Aware, you mean ForeFlight? All right, so there's the airport ahead. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up the spinner. And I'm going to spin the wheel 3 times. Auto land or no auto land. Okay, so that's not the 3rd time. So that's the 1st time. 2nd time. Ooh, and here goes the 3rd time. 3rd time's the winner. Auto land. We have to auto land, folks. At least we get to test the auto land, right? So, let's put in approach mode. We're way above, aren't we? Let's put in Seems like we're way high. We may have to manually land anyway because we're not intercepting. Oh, there we go. We're intercepted. Yep. All right. I put in the flaps a little late on that one. We got our auto brake. We got an FMC alert. We want more drag.
FedEx 945, Salt Lake Center.
Oh, it doesn't. You shouldn't do VNAV. Okay. Not the best. Yeah, we're high. We'll go gear down. We're way high.
CBM November 3 Golf Sierra. When we start our descent, we're going to need probably about 20 to the left. We'll paint some weather up at 12 o'clock.
I may be wrong, but the runway you're landing on doesn't have ILS.
Isn't that 28 right?
We're landing in Provo, and we're a little high right now. It's 90 miles out.
Are you landing 2A right, or is that 10 right?
I believe that's 28 right. Yeah. And I'm way high.
Yeah, I think 28 left and 10 right have ILS, but I could be wrong. I'll check.
Well, autopilot's coming off. Chop and drop. This could get ugly. Yeah, I didn't manage the speed correctly on that approach. I got to do it again, but normally you'd never take a big jet like this into such a steep dive, I think. Well, it's only 2,000. Could be worse.
Clear direct Kilo Delta 7-2 uniform, and then direct Kilo Papa 7-5 golf pressure.
Dive, dive, dive.
Q40 Horizon 323. Is that correct? Gamma 6 surface. Well, say we'll enable a clear direct Carter and expect the crossing here shortly. Delta 1998 with Kilo. Enable clear direct Hayden and advise fund maintain file level 370. Maintain file 370 and we're going to deviate right southwest 9004 direct Hayden when able advise. 45 there is scattered pockets of moderate precipitation starting at 1 o'clock and about 20 miles and extends to the northeast for the next about 60 miles. Heating deviate just about. 4517 Salt Lake ground. Push back on to hotel approved. Expect runway 34 right. Push back on to hotel. Sky was 5925. Just verify you are direct Coldell, correct?
We're going long.
Affirmative. We're direct Coldell. Sky was 5925. 45 right. Golf Sierra, descend and maintain 12000, Salt Lake, Provo altimeter 299 or 1.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. That was not a pretty landing because we had to come in high. Oops. Which way is our terminal? Is it left? Oops. It's probably right.
Terminal's to the right, yeah.
So, let's taxi up here onto the runway. Clean up our aircraft. Yeah, that was not pretty. That's okay, though. Okay, so RTO.
17A, they're asking me to change your arrival route here into Denver. They want to either put you over Scotts Bluff or the Anchor 3, or...
Oh, that's what I did. I forgot to arm the speed brakes. You should always do a checklist. Could be worse, right? Gyro head. Yeah, you've already got a server invite, so is it working there? Did you save the John Fly server?
Equally far away for
Orlos, yeah, I'll probably do another flight.
Wolf one comes in from the south, looks like all the weather's
I
to the
think.
north there, so I think that'd probably be the best one. Should we do that for now?
So I'm not exactly sure why. I probably should have done a little bit of management on the speed a little better. Once the VNAV disengaged, I needed to manually slow the plane down into a better speed for keeping the glide slope. We'll have to practice that again.
127.902. 945, thank you. 716 Bravo Bravo, contact Salt Lake Center. 119.905, let them know when you think they're back on course.
Oh well, welcome to the awesomeness, Orlos. Yeah, you'll enjoy FSX, P3D, X-Plane. They all have good stuff. DS Joel, if you type in !voice, that's where you download the Discord app, but you probably already have it, and I can send you an invite if you want.
Southwest 9004, yeah, we'll go to the south route. Southwest 9004, deviation left or right, of course, is still approved. When able, you're clear direct to Wolf for the anchor, Wolf for the Teller 2 arrival. Maintain level 370. Clear direct to Wolf for the Teller 2 arrival, climb maintain level 370, South 9004.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with X-Plane.
But I think we're being followed.
King Crosby 87, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that.
Activity in Nebraska, Colorado, Wyoming, Utah, Idaho, Nevada, and Montana. Detailed information available from flight service.
Do I ever stream smaller prop planes? What do you guys think? Do I stream the smaller prop planes? Mad Caesar, thank you for the follow. Orky 8, thank you for the follow.
I don't mean to alarm
Looks like the delays are
but I think we're being followed.
alerts are a little. Yeah, DMB Bird 48 is correct. I stream mostly prop planes, GA. Yeah. This is. I don't take the big tubes out all the time, but when I do. King Crosby, thank you for the host.
So, 5 cod stub, nothing wild.
We'll go ahead and bring it in here into the terminal. Let's see what gate looks good. There's no auto gate here. We'll just take this one.
Southwest 9004, thanks for the fast climb there. Contact Salt Lake Center 135.77.
If I was really good at multitasking, I would have turned on Boise Tower on the live ATC.
Scout 5925, contact Salt Lake Center on the 134.52. 134.52, have a good day, sir. Take care.
All right. Well. So yeah, normally we do a shutdown of the aircraft here, especially if we were on FS economy. We can cut off the engines so you don't blow away the people below. So yeah, that was not a pretty a pretty landing, I must say. But we'll, if you're gonna show replays, you got to show the good ones and the bad ones, right? It's coming in too high, too hot, too fast. Here's one of the advantages, Orlos, for the for X-Plane. One of the advantages is the instant replay system is pretty pretty complete.
Peak 728, Salt Lake current climb, maintain bubble 190 and pretty big line of moderate to heavy precipitation there about 2-5 miles to the east of you there. Just advising any meeting you need to do.
Just as I say, the instant replay scenario is complete. That's the very first ever crash I've had on instant replay ever in this plane. I think that happened because about 3 days ago, I made a change in my IXEG settings to mimic the animations during replay. That's the only thing I've changed. So I think that option I should probably take back off. All right. Well, I guess we can think about where to go next. What do you use for your liveries? Do you use a manager or just do it manually? Yeah, I just download them from the two free websites, the two websites that have free liveries, and then I unzip a folder and then I put that into the aircraft folder. One thing about X-Plane is it's not embedded into the Windows registry or anything. It's self